Breakdown of the family and tribe. With the surrender of the mind to external control, willpower is soon to follow. With no mind or willpower to individuate and discover one's true self, we the people become totally dependent upon the indoctrinated dogma and belief systems we were taught and conditioned. Until we examine our lives and beliefs, challenge our indoctrination and institutionalized authority, and inquire into the nature of universal principles and law, the status quo of the prison mentality and victim attitude will continue ad nauseum on this planet. Isn't it time to liberate yourselves from mental slavery? The most basic root chakra of the human being desires to belong to a family and tribe for safety and security reasons. The family and tribe have always been the center of human life. The only question that remains is what tribal system were you raised in, and how do you break free of the conditioning that stops us from individuating our own selves fully? Until such awakening occurs, you and I are easily subject to manipulation and control by external forces and institutions. In addition to mind control and media manipulation, the family and tribe are under attack by the New World Order, the power structure, and the global elite. In the modern societies of the West, it's evident that traditional family systems are breaking apart, further wounding people emotionally, dividing and alienating them from the root of their being. The loss of the family and tribe has left most people vulnerable without basic safety and security needs being met, further becoming dependent upon the state for sustenance and survival. This is a dangerous trend. In the Communist Manifesto, the breakdown of the family is essential to centralized control by the state. The marriage license is a three-way contract with the state and is based on old property law. In the patriarchal society, the man owned his seed, and the eggs of the females were considered property. If a man and a woman decided to get married, they needed the consent of the father who gave his daughter, that is, property away. If the father didn't consent, they might elope, but without the consent of the father, the property, that is, title, didn't convey. If you lived together for 7 years and the father neither consented nor contested the marriage, then the couple would be legally married under the common law. A common law marriage is recognized in every American state republic. In the American legal system, the doctrine of parens patria confirms the state is the legal parent, and the children produced from a state-licensed marriage are the property and chattel of the state. Following from old property law, if you're chattel or the property of the state, then you need the consent of the state, that is, the father, to get married, evidenced by the marriage license. And any property derived from the marriage, that is, children, also belongs to the state. The goals of the New World Order, the power structure, and the global elite are one and the same with the Communist Manifesto. Read it and weep at the loss of your rights and property. The breakdown of the family and tribe is in the best interests of the state seeking to expand its power base. When the family system is breaking down, the state becomes the new improved parent. The state imposes controls over the raising of the children through public education and public health agencies and departments of human resources. Thus, the state dominates the biological parent in influencing and controlling the child until they are of legal age. The state decides what is taught in the public schools. The state decides what the child will learn and what career track they'll be on. The state decides what is appropriate social behavior and what is politically correct. The state decides and defines abuse and what is appropriate affection or discipline in the family. All this power in the hands of the state further alienates the children from their biological parents, who are left as nothing more than the custodians of state property. Haven't you as a parent ever felt that your children were out of your hands? Read the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, and you'll get a sense of what's on the horizon for parental rights in the near future. In traditional tribal systems where families and communities are too strongly bonded to be broken or replaced by the state, the parents can be indoctrinated by old-time religion, programmed by the educational system, or influenced by the media to get behind the state's agenda and become the politically correct, socially acceptable manipulators of their children. The result for the child is the same by different means. We, the children, are taught to give our minds and power away to external authority and institutions. We, the children, give our power away and become slaves to the social and political manipulators, whether state or biological parents. Independence, thinking, and free will are suppressed regardless of whether or not it's a capitalist, socialist, communistic, or so-called democratic society. Our future hope lies in the establishment of sovereignty for all the people, beginning with spiritual and emotional sovereignty, then extending into the political, economic, and legal realms. This is the ultimate challenge of our time, to free enough people, young and open enough, to alter the pattern on the planet from negative, that is, destructive energy, to positive, that is, creative energy. The ultimate challenge is to live free as sovereign individuals or die slaves of the global manipulators. We must understand the truth is neither left nor right. You pit two opponents you want to control against each other, and they can no longer see you controlling both sides of the game. Political correctness is the mind-numbing, guilt-oriented intellectual fundamentalism of the left, liberal, socialist, and communist global elite, intent on destroying free thought, independent inquiry, and true consensus building. According to Mr. Scott Peck, Americans are the people of the lie, who believe in the lie so wholeheartedly that we can no longer see, nor do we care to see, reality for what it is. In summary, legal sovereignty includes a course of study to learn about your individual rights and how they are taken away through your ignorance of the law, understanding commercial, administrative, and judicial remedies, choosing your citizenship. You have the right to do business in your jurisdiction of choice. In summary, political sovereignty includes forming a distinct political entity as a true nation under the law of nations, sovereign, independent, and free. Reading, studying, and reestablishing our constitutions, both state and federal, or compromising the freedoms and prosperity that we originally enjoyed for generations. Build the foundation for a global republic. Thank you for tuning in to Hidden Sovereign Truth Revealed. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support.